Family, look, the P.O. box is so dope. This is Mr. Biscuit Speaks, by the way. Go ahead and like and comment, even if you've never been to the channel, but you're going to like it. Trust me. Can you trust me, please? Okay, hang on. Look, the P.O. box is, Mr. Biscuit's P.O. Box 7402, Spokane, Washington, 99207. The P.O. box is flame. People have been sending me, look, this sticker on my microphone from Sick Boy, shout out to Ren, that was sent to me in the P.O. box. I got a little note in the P.O. box. I got a CD in the P.O. box. Freaking flame. Guys, continue to light up the P.O. box. I'm going to, show the things that, the appropriate things, It's sent to the P.O. box. Guys, we're going into Shinedown. Brent Smith with the goated vocals. Without any further ado, guys, we're not going to hold it up. We're going to go ahead and let him cook. Please cook, sir.
Eyes are open wide. By the way, I made it through the day. I watched the world outside. By the way, I'm leaving out today. I just saw Haley's comet. She will.
Fam, Brent has 3, maybe 4 different ranges that he can do with his voice. Like, he starts out with, my eyes are open wide, and he's in control, right? But then he's like, I just saw Haley. He brings in, he goes into another power grid, right? And he has 2 more on reserve. Guys, the power of Brent's voice shouldn't go unnoticed. It's kind of uncanny. Listen to that transition.
I watch the world outside. By the way, I'm leaving out today. I just saw Haley's comet. She waved. Said, why you always running in place? Even the man in the moon disappeared. Somewhere in the stratosphere. Tell my mother, tell my father, I've done the best I can to make them realize this is my life. I hope they understand. I'm not angry, I'm just saying sometimes goodbye is a second chance.
Bro, Brent Smith might be goated when it comes to these hooks, bro. His hooks are like literal hooks. You know what I'm saying? They go deep inside and they claw out your insides, bro. There's a million ways in which that chorus is relevant. But before we get there, he says, I just saw Haley's comet. And she said, why are you always running in place? So he's like, what does Haley's comet represent? A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, right? He's saying, I just was spoken to by the gods, let's say, right? So once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, saying to me, why are you always running in place? Why are you playing the game everyone expects you to play when you know the future that it leads to isn't one that you want? Even the man in the moon disappears. Wow. The man in the moon, that thing that we always look at, that we suppose is always stable, that's always there every single night, even that, right, disappears and is obfuscated by, the daylight. It's like, how are you not going on a journey when everything around you is, right? What a beautiful set of metaphors there. And the voice is just, phenomenal. And guys, I wanted to remark on that. I'm not angry, I'm just saying. Right? He goes into this crazy, he has so many power grids that he can reach for. It's really phenomenal watching Brent Smith sing. I need you guys to let me know, if you're Shinedown fans, have you ever been to a Shinedown show, and how is his voice not gone after the first one? I mean, it would be insanely stressful if I was Brent Smith trying to tour. Where did he learn to do that? You know what I'm saying? And his mouth opened, pause. His mouth opens wide like Aerosmith. You guys familiar with Steve Tyler? We ought to get in some Aerosmith on the show as well. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's only Steve Tyler that I can compare to Brent Smith in terms of the ranges. And so, and by range, I don't mean like low, like deep voice and then super high voice. I mean like the different power, right? The different stages of power they're able to project. You know what I mean?
Sometimes goodbye is a second chance.
Talk to me about it, please.
Please don't cry one tear for me. I'm not afraid of what I have to say. This is my one and only voice, so listen close. It's only for today. I just saw Haley's comment she way. Said, why you always running in place? Even the man in the moon disappeared. Somewhere in the stratosphere.
Guys, you know what's just hitting me right now? Somewhere in the stratosphere, right? I love that bridge leads the bridge that leads into the chorus is somewhere in the stratosphere. That's probably my favorite line in the song, because somewhere in the stratosphere doesn't tell us where the moon goes, and that's part of the grand adventure. God told Abraham, go out and leave your family and go to a place where I will show you. God didn't say, oh, by the way, the destination is X and Y. A part of the adventure is the giant question mark, right? Somewhere in the stratosphere, right? You don't know what the destination is, and that's a part of life, right? You can't over-calculate. And the thing is, the parents, right? You know, that tell my mother, tell my father, I did the best I can, right? I did the best I can trying to fit into that box of, you know, it's like, okay, don't do this, you know, make sure you look both ways before you cross the street, and, you know, make sure you know, fit into all these boxes so that you're completely safe, so that you can provide for yourself and all that. But where's the adventure, right? That's a part of meaning. Sorry to bloviate just a little bit. We'll go back a couple bars. Please cook. Now check it out. You know, to pivot to the video just a little bit, the young lady wants to be a ballerina. Respectfully. You know, and maybe that's what her parents want. You know, we're not sure exactly. I don't know if it reveals whether her parents want her to do ballet or whether she's very interested in ballet and her parents want her to do something else. You know what I mean? I think it would make more sense if, you know, like, you know, she wanted to, do do whatever she wants to do that, you know, maybe the parents don't necessarily approve of, you know, maybe a different kind of dance, respectfully, of course. Let's continue. Yeah, dude, she doesn't want to work at the fish station, buddy. This reminds me of Kung Fu Panda, one of the greatest movies of all time. You know, Po doesn't want to sell noodles. You know what I mean? He wants to join the Furious Five. Sorry, guys, I have chronic dry eye. It's starting to kick in. Now, do you hear Brent? This is my child. He just loves that, bro. And like, he just soars above the music. I love that. Wow. Fam, I didn't notice that. And now, if I wouldn't have watched the music video, I wouldn't have gotten the double line, the punch line, right? Sometimes goodbye is the second chance. You know, throughout this song, I've been thinking that's the perspective of the young lady. I have to leave the house in order to have a second chance at life, in order to abandon the fifth station for the ballet, at least in that instance. But there's another meaning. I'm sorry, my eyes are, that's the reason my eyes are doing that. The other meaning is sometimes goodbye is the second chance for the parents. Remember, they have that little boy. It's like, don't pressure that little boy like you did, his older sister, to where there had to be all of that conflict and all that overcalculating to where that makes she runs off and fulfills her dreams, without your approval, without your blessing. Her goodbye is a second chance, not only for her, but for them. Fam, that was phenomenal, guys. Shinedown is, they are hitting on all cylinders. There hasn't been a Shinedown song that I haven't enjoyed. Correspond with me in the comments. Talk to me about what I may have missed. Family, I love you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the hype button if that option is available, please, and join us in the Patreon. Respectfully.